Hi everyone, my name is Parul Prashar and welcome to the third episode in the Success Stories of Smart India Hackathon. Today we have with us Mayank Yadav, who is the winner of SIH 2024. He was a finalist in the year 2023 and then eventually the next year he won Smart India Hackathon. His journey gives us an insight about what should we do to stand out from the crowd, what should we do to actually make an impact than just winning the SIH, winning the Smart India Hackathon title. We should do something so that we can be remembered by the judges forever. I'm sure learning from his journey is going to give you deeper insights in order to make a good mark in your SIH journeys, in order to do something so that you can actually win that trophy in the grand finale of Smart India Hackathon. Without any further delay, I want you all to learn from his experiences and make sure to write down 3 learnings from this episode in the comments below. Write a LinkedIn post, tag me and Mayank, and we will make sure your thoughts reach large number of audience. I hope you enjoy this video. Welcome Mayank, how are you doing?
Yes. Yeah. Hi, everyone. So I'm fine. And myself, let me give some introduction about me. So currently, I am a software engineer at Creator startup. And before that, I have around 1 year of experience in software industry only. And I recently graduated a month ago as I completed my Bachelor of Engineering from LDRP Institute, Gandhinagar. And regarding my journey about the Smart India Hackathon, so I have been finalist in last 2 years, like 2023 and 2024 both. And our team got the chance to be in the winner side at 2024. So yes, that's from my side.
I'm really glad to have you. Being a finalist in SIH for 2 consecutive years isn't a small thing, and then you won in 2024. You definitely have a lot of things to share. Starting with the first question, can you give a brief about your entire journey, right from starting to how it felt at the end? A short intro about how it was.
Yes, sure. So first I will share about my experience at 2023, where we were more serious about the Smart India Hackathon. So in 2023, like we were very newbies and we didn't knew much about the web development. So in that case, the first round is the PPT round, right? So our main focus was on the PPT and we cleared that round. And in the final side, right, in the grand finale, we were lacking in the terms of development, right? All of were in good in research and everything, but in the final, like in the second or third round of the finale, we were lacking in development side. So that was the first learning, like we need to be somewhat excellence in the technical side. So that what we got learning from the 2023, right? And in 2024 we were not more serious about the hackathon, like we also registered at the very last moment because some of my friends told me to let's participate, let's try this time also. So 2024 was not serious at the beginning, but we eventually participated and make the PPT. And after we came to know, like in the November 2024, like our team got shortlisted in grand finale. Then after we came to the hardcore development, and we were very sure, like we need to be working every day very hard. Like we were preparing for the gate also at that time, and still we give our best in the development side also. Yes.
Okay, really good that you used your learnings in 2023 to actually win in 2024. So you were in final year when you participated last year,
Yes, yes, yeah,
and now you have graduated from college.
yes. Just a month ago. Yeah.
All right. So can you give little more detail about your problem statements and what kind of solution did you build up for those statements and why that solution only?
Okay. So last year we selected the PS which was related to the Alumni Association platform, and it comes under the smart education theme, which I prefer the most. And the features were pretty common, like they already give us a very brief, like what they want from us. It was a very detailed description. For example, they want the alumni registration, events management, job portal, and same for the college side also. So there were 8 to 10 features which were already listed. So first of all, we focus on that only and created module wise module, right? We build on the incremental development side, like first finish this, then this, then this. So accordingly, we developed the whole prototype, and it take nearly around 1 month. And as soon as we came to know like we are shortlisted, on the very first day we start the development part. And regarding the PS, like I always prefer the PS which are more relatable, right? I don't consider the thing like this is easy, this is hard, or based on the submission count. So this is the reason like I prefer the smart education theme, because that things which are mentioned in that we already face the problem. Like 2023 also we built something related to the project collaboration thing, and last year we built on the alumni side, because in our college there was a actual gap of communication between the alumni and the students. So that was the thing. And if we talk about the features, so I can say like it's not more kind of innovative side. Like they don't expect us to bring something unique thing or something innovative, but they want us to build something which is really useful. Like it should be built in a manner like everything is working, and more of a kind of usable thing. Like it should be easily deployable, and it should be create some real usefulness. So that was the main thing, and we prepared accordingly. Yeah.
All right, this is kind of nice. You were actually solving the problem that you found in your university and your environment. So, I want you to tell more about your team formation, because many students in the initial stages face a lot of problems while forming teams. They are not able to find good teammates. Some people say you need to have all-rounder team with good researchers, with good presenters and UI UX designers and then developers, whereas other people say it's more on the tech side. How did you form your team and what was your mindset behind forming that?
Yes. So like in our case, I already told like my friends approached me for the team formation. So in our side, like most of us were already done some internships, and I was doing my internship also, and all of us were having the development experience. But in the last year, like in 2023, we didn't have that kind of team, like everybody knows everything. So that was not the case. And I would suggest like there is no perfect team kind of thing. Like if your team is also not at the development side heavy, but the main thing is everyone should try, right? Everyone should be able to contribute like in whatever way they can, like they want to do the PPT part or the research work, everything. So there's this is more important rather than forming a perfect team, right? And if you are facing some difficulty in team formation, so I would suggest like go with college groups or communities. Ask your seniors also, like if they have the team and they have a space for one guy or two guys, so you can go in that. The main thing is somehow, either this way or that way, you should go and participate in this hackathon. That is the main thing. Regarding the team formation, I don't think like building a perfect team is required, rather than just participate. Yes.
All right. So I understood that it is all about our hard work and not about that perfect team kind of a thing. So I want you to tell about the skill sets that were necessary. The first time you participated, you were in your third year and then you were in the final year of your degree. What were the skills that were necessary? Did you and your teammates actually know that skills at that time, or did you learn it eventually over the process?
Regarding the skill set, like in 2023, we were not into much development side. All of us were beginner only. So at that time, I would suggest like you should know just the basics, right? You should know like how this thing is going to be implemented. And that is the main reason I also suggest the juniors also, like choose the problem statement which comes under your skill set. Like many students, what will they do? Like they don't know about development also, but they take the problem statement of AIML or blockchain, etc. I'm not saying like you can't try in that, but the thing is like they pick up the skills at that level, and due to which they are not able to prepare the basics. So I would suggest like if this is your first time, right? If you are in first year or second year, go with the PS like that comes under your skill set. Or you can think like if I give or 1 or 2 week, I can prepare something. That is the more important thing. And last year, like all of us were new the full stack development, like everything, like front end, back end, deployment also. So last year was not tough for us to build something. Like we smoothly build all over the things and bug solving and everything. So that was fine and smooth for us.
Fine. Some people who participate in SIH are generally from their first year or second year, and they face a lot of issues when it comes to learning the skills. What is your advice to those people? How should they learn these skills? Someone says go on Coursera or take some courses. Other people say go on YouTube. But what is the actual way according to you? Because you have experience of 4 years and you have completed your college. What through your experience, what do you feel is the best way to learn a skill with right knowledge as well as without wasting time here and there?
Yes. So, like, I personally prefer the more practical side of the thing. For example, building the projects and hackathons. So that is the reason, like, we should participate in the hackathon. For example, let's say if I am in the first year, right? And this year I don't know much about the web dev, and this year I am going to participate in the SIH. So what the first thing I will do is I will write down the tech stack. Like, first of all, I will pick up the front end and I will start learning the React.js. So I will go through the YouTube videos. Like, there are many series, Learn What Matters series, and just 1 or 2 hour. I don't suggest like go for a proper course and spend some 1 month or 2 month. That is a long process and it will take more time, and due to which you are not able to give properly in the events or projects, right? This is a long process, and what I believe is just learn the basics, only the basics, and the more you go into the projects and the hackathon side, the more practical knowledge you will use, and due to which you will came to know, like, okay, this is the main thing which I should focus on, or I should improve my skills in that direction, rather than doing some to do application, or that what I call is that is a boring stuff, right? So don't go in that direction. First just prepare the basics, and after that what is required, that you will automatically know if you do participate in hackathons on projects. So main thing is the projects and the hackathons, right? So focus on that. And if you think like going with the Coursera courses, like, I am not saying don't prefer that thing, but I would suggest, like, first just go with the YouTube, learn some basics, and then try some projects and thing. Then you will came to know, like, okay, this is the thing I need to focus on, and yeah.
Fine. In fact, we should have some little bit idea about what we are actually learning, because at times we spend money on Coursera courses and then we realize that I'm not made for this thing. It's better to try out stuff more frequently, and I also believe that doing projects is better than just reading the theoretical stuff and other things. So moving forward to SIH, can you give more information about creating presentations that you submitted to the zonal rounds? Because this year also there were just 6 slides and we had a lot of content to cover. So many students face issue what to include and what not to include. Some people say include the working prototype, some say include videos and other stuff. What is your take on this?
Yes. So first of all, like, we have the 6 slides. So the first priority is to follow the guidelines which are provided by the SIH. Like, we can't rearrange the slides, or this has to be in this format, everything. So that are the necessity. Okay, so that we have to follow. Other than that, I pay more attention into the diagrams, like, be it the system architecture or technical flow diagrams or the research comparison table. So I believe, like, there are lots of submissions and the evaluators might get not much time to review every line of your PPT. So I would suggest, like, include more diagrams and visual things, infographics. So that is the point number one. And second thing is, of course, you need to include the prototype link or the demo video link. That is the add-on. But we are also not sure, like, they are going to watch or not. Like, in 2023, I uploaded my video, the demo video, and it was unlisted video. There was 0 views only. And after we got submitted, after we got shortlisted in the grand finale, still there was 0 views only. So they didn't watch the video. But from our end, we need to give everything, right? Because that is the main criteria. If we don't clear the PPT round, we are gone. So that is the main thing. So from our side, we need to provide everything. And the third thing is, many students have put paragraphs directly from the chat GPT. So paragraph is a strictly no, like, there should be no paragraph in your PPT. Just use some concise points and use bold characters for the important thing. Yeah. So if they follow these things, I think, like, it will pass on both the cases. Case one, where the evaluator is going to read line by line, and if not, we have the diagrams and things for the case two. Yeah.
really good insight about the presentations, because a number of students face issues, and yes, the evaluators do not read every presentation they receive, and we have to use some tricks and strategies to actually make ours stand out. So I want you to tell people that how should they focus on when they're working on solutions. Like, some people do research a lot about the topic, whereas other people do not read any research papers. Did you actually read any research papers about the submission of your problem statement, or was it just your own construct about the solution?
Yes, personally, me, I read several research papers or the some GitHub repositories also, like what has been implemented. So I believe like the research should be more compared to the development side, because everyone will do the chat GPT, right? All of the teams will provide their PS and prompt the chat GPT, like provide some 10 unique features, provide the features like it's never present, so everything. So that I think it will be a ground base for all of us, and for moving upwards we need to do something in the research side. So what I personally do is, first of all, I studied the existing systems, like what are the existing systems and how they are doing. Second thing is the same solution, how it's been implemented in the developed countries. Like if I have the alumni association platform, like how it's being implemented in the MITs or any other universities also. So that is the main thing. And the third thing is what I can say, the research paper you told, like research gates and everything. So what new we can do in the same module, right? Suppose we have the recommendation system. So what new we can do? What are the new research papers suggest, like what optimization or algorithms we can consider? Even if we don't do, just show to the jury at the time of presentation. So that is more important. Like we can show like we have done the research and we knew like in actual deployment we will implement this. So that is more important. Yeah.
I think people who are watching this video at this moment, they should take a note, because we totally ignore research, and when we are actually reading solutions that are already developed and we try to add on solutions, just as you said, you try to add new features into existing solutions that were there in the developed countries, this is going to give us an edge over what other people are actually doing, because as you said, a number of people just chat gpt things and solutions are almost same all the times, and we should definitely focus on research. So moving further, I want you to tell people that after you were selected for the after your screening happened in the zonal rounds, what did happen after that? Like, you got some mentorship sessions, or you got some many live sessions by the ministry people who were actually responsible for your problem statement.
Yes. So, like in November, the result will be announced of the screening round, and we will have around 1 month of gap between the grand finale. So, during that time, some mentorship sessions and webinars are done, but that depends on the organization. Like in our problem statement, the it was given by the government of Gujarat. So it depends on them. Some case like DRDO, ISRO, they conduct several hackathons, several webinars, and students can came and ask their doubt. So that depends on the organization and not from our side. And other than that, they regularly provides the update. Like apart from this whole technical thing, there are few legalities we need to do. Like most of the side, team leader has to do for the standees, t-shirt printing, or the consent form, etc. So there are many things which have to be done in within this month. So that has to taken care by the team leader. And other than that, I told about the webinars. Yeah.
I think most people who would be selected this year, they would not know the duties of the team leader, and you told about that as well, the printing stuff and the consent forms and other things. So moving further, I want you to tell people that when you are finally selected in the grand finale, what happens over there? How do you spend the 36 hours of hackathon? What happens, like you are showing your prototype to the evaluators and then they come to you, they tell you to add features. How does everything happen over there?
Okay. So before the grand finale, we developed everything. 100% of the problem statement was already developed from our side. And we actually prepared like how we are going to show them. Like first of all, we will show the 60%. and we will comment out the remaining code. Then this was our whole plan. And on the day of the hackathon, they were like, it's not made by your team. You had done some freelance work, and it is not looking like a student made project. So the first round was us convincing them like we already prepared this, and you can test also, like you can ask questions, everything. So they immediately told like, okay, then develop this whole portal again, the admin portal. We developed the alumni and college portal. They told us to make admin portal, university portal. So that we have done in the second round. And then in the second round, they told me to stop. Like, now you will not speak. We are convinced like you done the coding part, everything. Now we want all the other five members to speak and how they much know about the coding side. So that is the main thing. Like, even if your team does the coding work, everything, but everyone should know about it. Everyone. Suppose two members are doing only the PPT work, still they should know like what they have done, what the features we have in the portal. And that is the main thing. Like, all the six members should be able to speak and should be able to answer the jury's question. So in the second round, they told me to stop, and they literally told like, now you will not speak. We will talk with the other team members. And in the third round, as I was just keep quieting, and so others were speaking, and then they told us like, just prepare a basic deployment cost charges, like how we are going to deploy this project. Then at that time we were like 60 to 70% sure, like, yeah, like we are going to win, because they are not giving us any feedbacks. They are not providing us like build this and this. They are just asking the deployment charges. So yeah, it was that. Yes. So like, if I sum up, the tough part was us to convince them, like we literally build this, and yeah, that's it.
That is really unique. Many people would not know that they actually tell one person to stay quiet and they evaluate other team members if they know these things or not. So that is why it is important for all the team members to actively participate in whatever things are happening within the team. At times students are, they are not aware of what is happening, and in fact they are not interested. Many people who take team members just for the sake of completing six members in the team, other people are not interested in knowing what is happening, and they just go with them for the sake of just completing those six members. So I want to actually understand that when they told you that you have built the solution from a freelancing project or maybe any other thing, what did you do to actually convince them? Because at one point of time our confidence gets shattered, like what is happening, we did our 100% and they are questioning us now, what are we going to do? And what is your advice to the next students, that should they actually build their project 100% beforehand, or should they keep something that they're going to complete in the finals?
Yes, so for the first question, like, first of all, I convinced like all the ways you can ask us the questions, or this is the technical approach, everything. So, but they didn't believe it somehow. So they literally give one another task, like, okay, you have built two portals, we will give you the third portal, which is the university portal. So the main thing is, if jury is saying anything, like to build anything new or fixing the existing thing, so don't justify your things. Okay, just directly believe what they are saying, and that is the main priority of this. Like, if you have 90% of the work remaining, leave it to the other side. Whatever jury is saying, we need to do that, because they literally write these things in their diary, and when they come for the second time in the second round, they will start from that point only. They will not ask what you have done extra, anything. Just they will start from that, like, we gave you this task in the last round, now show me this. So that is the main thing. And when we show them the portal, like we prepared over the night, and in the second round, which was in the next early morning, so they were impressed by that thing. And yes, so that is the main thing. And the second thing, like regarding how much we should develop before the grand finale, so I would suggest develop as much as you can do, because all the other teams are also going to do that. Yes, so that is what I can say. Like, we literally prepared 100% thing, everything we were prepared. And at the last moment, like 1 or 2 days, I was thinking about some cool things, like how to impress the jury apart from this stuff. So for that, we built the NFC card, which is for the networking and the event registration. and we go, our campus was the IIT Gandhinagar. So on the first day, like before the grand finale, I was roaming around the stationaries and printing this stuff only to make something cool, to make our presentation more cooler than boring explanation, because juries are also a little bit bored hearing the same thing from all the five teams. So I understand that thing, and so we go with the NFC card thing, and that is the thing, like they remembered us. And what I believe is, like after the internal discussion, after their internal discussion, they will also remember us by this thing, like this is the team that did this X thing. So that I considered, and I advise also everyone, like you are doing everything, like what is the mention in the problem statement, innovative features, etc. But do something this apart from this, what I can say, thinking out of the box. Like it should be usable thing, but it should be that thing like that your team gets remembered by. That is the main thing.
So that is really nice, and I want other people to take a note over here that beside, even if our work is left, which we think is extremely important, maybe it's 90% or the 80% of the work we are doing, if jury members have told us to do particular thing, we should actually prefer that, because as he said, they're going to come back again and check those things, and that is extremely important. So, and that again, out of the box idea is also a very good idea for getting remembered, because most of the students actually win the hackathon, but very few teams are the ones who do something to be remembered by the jury members. And this is extremely important, because if your motive is just to win a hackathon, it's fine, you can do anything. But if you want to do something more than winning a hackathon, you should do something which other teams are not doing, and you should be better than those. So I want you to tell other people what was the competition level in the finals of SIH? What was the nature of other teams? How competitive were they, and how much hard work were they putting in?
Like in the grand finale, we know like five teams are selected, and their sitting will be around you only. So the tip number one is speak slowly and quietly so that your ideas and everything should not be heard by any other team. And regarding the hard work, like I can't say much about that as we not able to see their prototype also even after that. So I am not sure about the hard work, but the main thing is like everyone noticed their conversation with the jury. Like our sitting was the last one, and jury was the last one to come with us. So we every time noticed like how much time they asked for this team, like 20 minutes they were there, and then 10 minutes here and 2 minutes there. So we thought like this team is gone. And so this was the whole flow, and the same things got repeating around it. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I want you to tell students what does happen over there. Like, you get free food and other stuff in the hackathon. What happens in SIH? How does these things actually go? And what about your logistics and other stuff? Does the government take care of these things, and how do they provide these things?
Yeah, okay. So government provides the reimbursement for third AC tickets. Okay. And that has to be around 16 to 20,000 for the whole cost for the whole team. Okay. So that is the first thing they provide. And in the campus, which is handled by the that college, the university where our venue is. So they provide us the shelter, they provide us the food, and on the table also, like everything, the charging cables, everything, so they will provide us. And apart from that, there are few things which has to be bear from our side. For example, the standee printing cost, the t-shirt printing, etc. So that has to be bear from our side. But in our case, our college paid us everything for the t-shirt, for the tickets, everything, like to reaching to the railway station, etc. And in our college, two teams were selected. So our venue was near only, but the second team was in the IIT Guwahati. Okay. So for them, our college also provided the flight tickets also. So our college is supporting us in many things. Apart from mentorship, they provide us financial things also.
That's really nice. Not every college does that, and you got an edge for this thing. So you were telling about rounds, round 1, round 2. How many rounds were there in total, and what was the gap between two rounds? Like, how much time did you actually get for implementing the stuffs that they told you in one round?
Okay. So there are total 6 rounds, three rounds are the mentorship rounds and three rounds for the jury round. So that might happen like both the rounds, the peoples are same, the faculties are same. Like in 2023, in the mentorship round, three other members were there. In the jury round, three other. And last year, both were the same only. So that depends on the campus to campus. And the priority should be our the jury round, right? In mentorship round, they don't even come also. Like they will just wave the hand from the far away. Like, okay, there any doubt, etc. So yeah, and in our case, like they didn't come one time for the mentorship round also. Like it's just for the doubt thing. If you have any questions, just ask them. Otherwise, they will go, and they will provide the chart also, like at what time what will happen. But it eventually depends on the campus only. Like many things were rescheduled also. Like second round was in the night, but it got shifted to next day morning also. So yeah, it depends on the campus side more, and the main focus should be on the jury side. Whatever they told in the last round, that has to be done in the.
For how long is one round, approximate timing?
For one round, it depends on the conversation. Like for our case, the first round was just 7 to 8 minutes. They were just saying like you didn't build this and that. And in the second round, they were literally impressed by us, and we talked so much. So it was around 25 minutes, 20 minutes. So it's we can't say anything in that. It depends on the conversation. That's not fixed time for that.
All right. At any point, did you feel in the hackathon that what other teams are building is kind of similar to your solution? And if you did, then what you did to actually make your solution stand out?
Like I didn't pay much attention to the other team's work. I just noted the time, like how much time they are communicating with the jury, be it 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And if more than 10 minutes, then I got tensed, like what they are talking about. So that is the main thing. Like I didn't watch any of their prototypes also. And we are not allowed to discuss also. Like no one will discuss, no one will chat like what you are building, obviously. So after the third round, like everything got over, then we are able to talk, and then we discuss like we build this and that, etc. That is the other thing. And for the standout part, I just said like first of all the research work, that is the main thing, because everyone will do the AI thing. So we need to have something on the add-on side. And second is some cool stuff so that jury will remember you. So these are the two things. Like if you work correctly in both segment, you are.
All right. So now then you finally won SIH, and I want you to tell people what happened after you won SIH. Did you get any opportunities, and how did your life change after winning SIH?
Yes. So last year, like when we won the SIH, after that, like I communicated with the jury, like they asked us, like this is the process. There is a portal, MIC alumni portal. We need to register ourselves, and if we want to work on this idea further, like to go for the funding part, everything. So we need to provide some more details also. But in our team, like everyone is pretty much occupied in their own way. Some are doing jobs, some are preparing for masters. So that is the another thing. But yes, the from HIH side, there are few more opportunities they provide. And one more I would like to discuss is in 2023, like we didn't won the SIH, but one of the jury member was from industry, the corporate industry, and they provided us the internship opportunity. So in 2023, I opt for that, and I did the internship for 3 months. And in some organization like DRDO or ISRO, they provide the internship directly to the winners. So yeah, they do provide opportunities, but it depends on the organization also and your team goals also. Like right now, none of us want to work on that problem further. So yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing all the information. My last and final question to you is, what are your three biggest learnings from SIH and three mistakes you did in the journey that you wish you could have avoided?
Okay. So regarding the learning, the first thing I learned is always think about the end users first, like whatever you are implementing, what the solution you are pitching to. So think about the end users first. What we do is we every time see like this is the features or this is the innovative idea I got and I need to do this. We didn't think about like did the end users really want this and etc. So think about the end users first. And the second thing, it's not more kind of learning, but it's a kind of transformation which these types of hackathon does in terms of both physically and mentally. Like if I talk about the SIH, many teams travel from their own state to few hundreds kilometer there, and that also they need to continuously work without sleeping. So yeah, the SIH build us physically more strong also. Mentally, of course, we need to answer on the spot. Even we didn't sleep last year, but yeah, so we need to provide the on the go answer. So that is the main thing. Like I would say, these are the biggest learning, and that more than the learning, these are more kind of transformation which transforms you and prepare you for the corporate journey ahead. Yeah. And mistakes, I would say, like we didn't made any major mistake, or like this was the mistake due to which this happened. That was not in our case, but what I can say is during the grand finale, don't argue with the jury. Okay. Even if you are right, don't argue with them or over justifying your things. Just believe or just go with the whatever they are saying. If they are saying like the 10 things you are building is not right, build this, then you should be focusing on this. Whatever you have built for the last 1 month, okay, it's fine. They are not getting it, but always listen to the jury first. Okay, because they are the main doing the scores and everything depends on them only. Okay. And the second thing is regarding the PPT. Like for the whole journey, PPT is the main thing. Like it is the 70 to 80% of the task. If you didn't clear this round, then all of the things will be gone. So focus on the PPT side and make as much time as you give in the PPT round. Yes, now like first phase is over, and in within 5 to 6 days, the second phase is also over. So focus more on the PPT and make sure you followed all the points like diagrams, points, etc. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Mayank, for doing this podcast and sharing your invaluable information. I'm sure you all must have learned something very inspiring and insightful from his journey, and definitely you have so much learnings. You should focus on research. You should try some out of the box stuff so that you can be remembered other than just winning the hackathon. Thank you so much, Mayank, once again for this podcast. I hope you all have learned something insightful. Let's make the best out of our college journeys. Thank you and bye.